Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make us high so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Asia.
And it's your boy BJ, and we are back like we never left. Y'all, we about to jump into another video. This is off of Awakened by JP. So we're gonna check him out again. You know, now he's gonna be talking about why guns must be banned now, as far as why we must do it now. And I definitely wanted to check it out. It definitely in regards to just everything that's kind of going on right now with like a lot of mass shootings and how it's just getting out of control. So I definitely want to like just check this out from his own perspective. He already has pro-gun, anti-idiot on his shirt. So
yeah, you know his humor though is just over the top. So I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's jump into it.
Let's go.
So what do you think about what's going on? Well, in response to the mass shooting, just as the media is directing me to, I'd like to jump to the conclusion that we should ban all guns before I have a chance to think about how that only affects law-abiding citizens while doing nothing to address the underlying cause of mental illness and evil behind mass shootings. Yeah, I think we should ban guns too. Yes, it would make a lot of sense to have people with guns take our guns. But sometimes I think, whoa, wait a minute there, extremists, just hear me out. Sometimes I think if they want to outlaw guns in order to prevent murder, why don't they just outlaw murder? They already have. And the criminals still break the law? They do. Then are we sure the criminals that break the law would be willing to just obey a new law about guns? I think we're supposed to just think so. I mean, I can only assume that someone who's willing to murder another person would probably have a moral compass that says, hey, killing a person is great and all, but possessing an object I'm not supposed to, that's just crossing a line. Not gonna do it. Makes sense when we look at it through the lens of that very limited, unlikely perspective. Sure does. Instead of waiting for the leftists who politicize the tragic loss of life to convince the media, to convince the masses, to convince the government to confiscate our guns, maybe we should just voluntarily turn in our guns. Yes, and maybe we should turn in all our food and private property rights too, just to be safe. I'm pretty sure that's already in process. You know.
He said, I'm sure that's already in process.
He said, yeah, we should. Wow.
Yo.
Man, the way that he's having this conversation with himself right now is already getting to me. But I just like the points that he makes where it's like common sense, obviously, you know. But I like the way that he's putting it, though.
Yeah,
You
do have to wonder, though. It's just like, you know, are we ever going to address that issue, the mental health
that part
issue?
of it, yeah.
Like the mental health, mental illness, like whatever.
Like actually truly like address it.
Yeah.
Rather than like when these particular issues and just these just heinous acts of like violence, just, like when it just happens, it's like, yeah, like you said, that's what they want to talk about next is like how to take away, take away firearms and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, rather than like you said, trying to address the issue with what's really going on in regards to like you said, like the mental illness too with people.
Yeah, I wonder what they have in place for that. If they have anything coming to help that issue, that problem, because that's a major issue.
Yeah,
major.
With a lot of it that's happening.
Yeah,
you know.
So, one alternative theory to what the media is telling us. Whoa, hold it right there, extremist. Good point. But just stay with me for a second on this one. One theory is that power-hungry authoritarians use PSYOP programs like MK Ultra to program mentally unstable people to do mass shootings so the authoritarians can then politicize them and justify to the public why guns are being taken. And then they have total tyrannical control over citizens who cannot defend themselves against them. Okay, Mr. Tinfoil Hat. Now, PSYOPs and MK Ultra might be proven programs that the government has used, but they're just conspiracy theories. You think so? Yeah, I think calling those realities conspiracy theories, as they're subjects that I do not understand, is a viable way of engaging in intellectual discourse about them so that I don't have to do any research beyond the current level of knowledge that I already have. I'd also like to discount those realities as conspiracy theories because it's just easier than starting the journey of learning about what I don't currently know about. And by being unwilling to...
He's saying a lot. He's saying a lot. Like
he's saying MK Ultra. That's deep. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. going into like actual like these like operations and things like that that people have like kind of like talked about. And we've kind of talked about that too, like
yeah, we have
outside of this too.
Yeah, we have quite a bit
to cause certain types of issues so that it can be politicized, and then political figures in power can, you know, gain more power. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Easier than starting the journey of learning about what I don't currently know about. And by being unwilling to learn about anything new, that's how we grow more certain of ourselves. Hey, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? Calculus. I don't know anything about it, and I feel completely unwilling to learn. What about you? The clitoris is my favorite conspiracy theory. I've never found one, and I have no ambition to learn where they actually exist at. Well, in addition to claiming they don't exist, I speculate that one day they'll find them on pregnant men somewhere. But do you know what doesn't sit well with me? I don't know, like the stone cold hard reality of XY chromosomes and XX chromosomes? Also a conspiracy theory, so no. But it's just that if authoritarians with guns keep telling us that guns are so bad, why do they need guns? I mean, probably just so they can use them. True. But have you ever heard of history? I don't read books, I just burn them. Thank you for your censorship. But I accidentally learned about history once, and when I did, I learned that only tyrannical regimes disarm their populations. And when they do, those governments inflict terrible control, violence, and killing onto their now disarmed populations. For example, in 1911, Turkey established gun control. And then from 1915 to 1917, 1.5 million Armenians, now unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. And in 1929, the Soviet Union established gun control. Then from 1929 to 1953, 20 million people, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. What do you mean, exterminated? Murdered. Oh, well, those are just two examples. And China established gun control in 1935. Then from 1948 to 1952, 20 million political dissidents, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and killed. Oh, and the people in China still exist under a brutal regime today. Oh, wait a minute. Germany also established gun control in 1938. And then from 1939 to 1945, 13 million Jews and others who were unable to defend themselves were rounded up and exterminated. Huh. I wonder if Hitler purposely disarmed the population so he could tyrannically take over and kill all people opposed to him. It's probably just a coincidence. But also Cambodia established gun control.
Oh man, the satire. I can sit and listen to him talk all day long.
Oh my.
Because he can just go on, and again, he just hits you with so much like common sense where it's like, dude,
I can't lie, man. He like shake up my insides a little bit. Like
he make you want to go and like look into things a little bit further.
Yeah.
You know, exactly what he was just saying a minute ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. You say, okay, well, I mean, because, hey, check the dates. Let's prove him wrong if he's not.
Prove the dates.
All people opposed to him. It's probably just a coincidence. But also Cambodia established gun control in 1956. Then from 1975 to 1977, 1 million educated people were rounded up and killed because they were unable to defend themselves. Is my shirt on straight? Yep, good. And Guatemala established gun control in 1964. Then from 1964 to 1981, 100,000 Mayan Indians, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. Oh, and it's probably not significant, but Uganda established gun control in 1970. Then from 1971 to 1979, 300,000 Christians, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. 56 million people rounded up and exterminated in the 20th century because of gun control? Yeah, apparently. But that could never happen here. Yeah, wow. That's what all those people throughout history said. But it couldn't ever really happen here. They said that too. But seriously, that couldn't ever really happen here. Oh, well, when you put it like that, I'm convinced. Yeah, and besides, the authoritarians that want to ban guns in our country are saying it's for our protection. I can only assume that in all those authoritarian regimes that you mentioned that did all the killing, that they had a different, honest message for their populations about why they were being disarmed. You think? Yeah, it was probably something like, hey, we're going to take all your guns so that we can control every aspect of your life and easily kill those of you who don't comply. No, it says here all those regimes also had a we're banning guns for your protection type of messaging too. Don't.
Yeah, wow. I like how he kind of just laying it on like that, just kind of just put it out there. Like you might need to think a little bit more in regards to everything that's going on. But I mean, I agree with the message that he's saying, though. You know, I agree with it.
That's scary.
It is.
That's very scary. It's chilling.
Yeah, especially when he talks about that. Like I would never want to give somebody that type of power over me. You know, I don't think any person in the world would want to be able to give somebody that type of authoritarian power over you, because I feel like that's your right. You know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's your right.
Also had a we're banning guns for your protection type of messaging too. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. Another good point. Then that means this history book must be inaccurate because it reveals a pattern that's currently unfolding in this country that's uncomfortable to think about. Exactly. That's totally false. We should 100% turn in all our guns. Like, ban them all. Yeah, I feel the coercion to agree with you. But do you think an even better idea could be that if the authoritarians with guns turn in their guns first, and then we, the people, turn in our guns? No, it just feels easier to trust the people that we know lie to us on a consistent basis. Just imagine how much better off we'll be without the only constitutional right that allows us to protect ourselves. Yeah, and if history has taught us anything, which it hasn't, it's that banning guns will work out much differently this time. Yep. Can't wait. Hey, if you're not a beta male and you love freedom, including the Second Amendment, check out my freedom line of merch to help you spread the freedom vibes, only at awakenwithjp.com. Hi, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Cacao Bliss, made by Earth Echo Foods. And I like Cacao Bliss because it doesn't suck and I think it's really good for me. And I want to tell you about it. If you like to sabotage your health so you feel like garbage, Cacao Bliss is not going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, he went through a full lecture, you know, where he just really drops a lot. Again, like I said, I just like the satire, but I love the truth, the realness in it, you know, and still at the same time, like really just give you like common sense things that you really, it's common sense that you really have to like, you know, get the distractions out of the way and just focus on common sense. You know. Yeah. That's what I think I like the most in like the jokes and the humor in it, especially as he talked about you know like banning firearms and what the supposed propaganda is being put out there too. You know.
Man, but to think that it's like oh no, they wouldn't do America wouldn't do that. Yeah. Like we're America.
And then he just went. He just went through a whole battery of
list of countries and places that, like even today, just it's a tough world to live in sometimes.
Wow. It definitely gives you something to think about and to assess. Like again, just something like that in regards to like being able to defend yourself. Someone trying to take that right away from you, it makes you really think in regards to like. Doing that on a mass level, what would happen? You know.
He said 56 million.
Add it all up, yes.
56 million.
Yes. Worldwide. You know.
In the 20th century.
And he said that in the 20th century.
Where they've all been rounded up and exterminated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely like to fact check that too, because he said a lot of different places. He said like the Soviet Union, obviously like China,
Germany, Turkey.
Yeah, so I definitely want to like kind of look into that just to kind of see exactly what led to people putting that in place anyways, you know.
Well,
very
he told us. He told us. Trying to protect the people.
Well, trying to protect the people, but where there are other things going on that led to them really wanting to put that in place,
I wonder what the pattern is though. Like he said, we're already like citing the pattern,
Oh, we're already caught in it. We're in the pattern of it right now. Yeah, absolutely. As we see the pattern and the chain of events that continue to keep happening in regards to like mass shootings, like we are in the thick of it, and it's just hard to think about every day, and.
Yeah.
hurts to even think about.
It does. Yeah. It does. So hey, y'all let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, especially this particular subject.
Even
it's
if
very
it just gives you something to think about. Like, what do you think? So if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give us a big thumbs up. Like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that notification bell. Join the family. And if ain't nobody else told you, we love you. And we're going to see y'all in the next video.
Absolutely. We'll see y'all sooner than later.
Yeah.
Y'all take it easy.
Bye.